subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of our prayers. Though this occasion is a very short one, so you don't intend to prolong the speeches here. So, without wasting much time, we would like to welcome commanding officer, who is no other person than Lieutenant Colonel Jaju, to give a brief account of this presentation. You are welcome. Thank you very much.
Okay. Regional Director of Education, Region 6, and staffs, fellow officers, the members of press here present, good morning to you all. I am Lieutenant Colonel Sajo Jaju, Commanding Officer, 3 Infantry Battalion, Basse. It is indeed a great pleasure to grace this presentation of books to schools on the Region 6 Directorate, on behalf of the Gambia Armed Forces and on behalf of the Gambia National Army and 3 Infantry Battalion in particular. Before going further, I would like to seize this golden opportunity to shed light on this presentation of books to various schools in the URR under your directorate. Back in October, in the Gambia Armed Forces, and the Senegalese Armed Forces, basically Region 6 Brigade, had a joint border patrols along the borders of URR. This was possible when the two governments deemed it necessary for border patrols to be initiated. This proved to be executed timely and as planned. After the patrols, such materials were given. Therefore, we gathered here this morning to deliver these boxes to the Regional Directorate for onward delivery to these schools, namely Sambua Basic School, Njore Basic Cycle School, St. George's Lower Basic School, and finally Sarebojo Basic Cycle School. On that note, I would like to thank the management and the Region 6 Directorate and the schools who are supposed to benefit from this. I wish every school could have benefited from this, but due to the limited resources, we are unable to, as we may wish. But then I think this cannot be the last. Inshallah, with time, we are hoping to conduct more patrols very soon, before the end of the year. So it's not a promise that we will have more, but then we only hope and then and pray that Allah comes with many more gestures like this. So on that note, without wasting more time, I'm saying once again, thank you very much for receiving us and also allowing your staffs to be present to receive this thing on behalf of the schools who are to benefit from it. I thank you all. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, the Lieutenant Colonel Sajo Jaju, for that wonderful speech. So on that note, without wasting more time, as I said, we will not be prolonging the event. Could we kindly allow the Regional Director to give words of remark?
Jaju, 3rd Infantry Battalion, Basse. I am most delighted. Let me express my happiness and high esteem for receiving this kind gesture. This is a marvelous gesture from our sister organization here, the 3rd Infantry Battalion. The Army officers, education probably may not be their domain, but this is a testimony that they have great concern for education because they all went to school before they become Army officers. That respect and gratitude for education is overwhelming. I am most delighted, and I want to thank you so much for your kind gesture. This is a demonstration, testimony of good bilateral relationship between the Gambia and Senegal. I cannot say much without expressing my gratitude to the Senegalese Armed Forces. So I can see the labels are Kaye, Seye, all written in French. This is wonderful. This may be a small gesture, a small contribution from your own end, but with us it has far-reaching consequences. The schools who are going to be the beneficiaries of these books, and of course the children who will be the final beneficiary of these textbooks or exercise books will help the parents a long way. It is going to reduce the burden on parents for providing these exercise books to their children. That alone has far-reaching consequences. I want to thank you so much for your kind gesture, and I want to say thank you so much for your contribution to the education sector. Major Jajo and the entire Infantry Battalion, the 3rd Infantry Battalion in Basse, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind contribution to education. Thank you so much for all your regard to MOPSI. On behalf of my permanent secretary, the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, and of course my entire staff here at the Red 6, Regional Education Directorate 6, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Allah Baraka.
Je vous salue tous. C'est seulement pour vous remercier encore de plus entre la Gambie et le Sénégal et le bureau de la région 6. Je vous remercie et je vous demande bon sens et que cela continue pour toujours entre l'armée gambienne et l'armée sénégalaise. Thank you. Et je remercie au directeur de la région 6.
You know, I am proud to be associated with each and every one of you. You see, in a holistic development of schools, you know, the provision of teaching and learning materials are quite essential. You know, it would not have come at a better time than now. And this is a clear manifestation of your commitment and dedication towards, you know, the actually management and administration of our schools, knowing that the business of education is a collective responsibility. We are proud of you, and we know you are our partners. The bilateral relationship, you know, between us, you know, is quite apparent. As alluded to by my officers, you know, whenever we are away, we know that we are secured. You know, definitely being our very good neighbors. So we wish to thank you for the kind gesture, and then we hope this momentum would be maintained, and to give you the assurance that these materials actually will be delivered, you know, timely to the beneficiaries. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Au nom de la direction régionale de Basse, je tiens à remercier, n'est-ce pas, l'armée de la Gambie basée à Basse. Et c'est une fierté pour nous, n'est-ce pas, de recevoir des dons venant, n'est-ce pas, de l'armée nationale de la Gambie, qui a eu une parfaite collaboration avec l'armée sénégalaise. Et vraiment, nous sommes très contents. Nous remercions, n'est-ce pas, le geste. Et au nom du secrétaire permanent de l'éducation nationale de base, au nom de mon directeur, je vous dis merci beaucoup et que Dieu nous protège, que Dieu vraiment nous aide. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Merci.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Bullet, this I will say, me being here, this is the first time it is happening coming from the security side. This has shown us that you knew where you came from. Without education, you cannot be a soldier. So it is as a result of education that you became a soldier. I think Director has said all the words. What we can only say is thank you very much for the initiative, and hope so that we will continue the collaboration with the armed forces of the Gambian armed forces as well as the Senegalese armed forces. Senegal and Gambia, we can never separate. We are the same people, we are the same, you know, country. So this is a step in the right direction. What we will only say to the security officers is this complex here, the regional office, is your own. Feel at home, because it is through you that this place is secure. So sometimes when we travel, we do not think of what is happening there. We already know that our place is secure. Nobody enters here. Anybody who wants to enter there, the soldier will tell you, be careful. So thank you very much.
Sir, can you take us through the lead up to this event?
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, I am Lieutenant Colonel Jaju, Commanding Officer, 3 Infantry Battalion, Basse URR. This happens as a result of a joint patrol conducted between the two armed forces, that is the Gambia Armed Forces and the Senegalese Armed Forces, particularly the Region 6 Brigade, those in Kolda. Sometime in October, we conducted joint patrols along the borders between the southern end of Casamas and our Basse AOR along the borders. So during the patrols, the patrol commander, alongside his counterpart in Senegal, were able to patrol almost about 6 villages on the Gambian side and also 6 villages on the Senegalese side. During the patrols, promises were made that there'll be some handouts, but it was never mentioned to any of the schools of what specifically was going to be given to them. So, in fact, it was late to arrive. It would have been done on the day we concluded these patrols. We call it a VIP day. That was the day the handing over was supposed to take place through the regional directorate as far as education is concerned in Region 6. So, better late than never. So we decided that after the patrols, these items came. So we kept it, and then I informed my headquarters that this is my intention, that I would like to make this presentation to the Regional Directorate of Education Region 6 for onward distribution. So this is what led to this morning's short ceremony. I thank you once again.
Handing over of these stationaries
Yes.
to basic cycle schools, how do you think it will enhance the civil-military relation?
Well, I think it is going to cement it more. There is no military in this world that can do it all alone without the participation of the civil sector of the society. So it is very, very, very necessary and very key. We are from a society. As a parent, I have my kids going to school. So I know what it takes to have such a kind of gesture. So automatically, this is, I think, it will cement our relationship further.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
I am Mr. Lamin S. Sonko, the Regional Director for Region 6, Basse, URR. I said earlier on, these materials, exercise books, are valuable materials in our schools. Classroom is the melting point of all operations in our sector. And classroom operations cannot go without exercise books. The exercise books is where the children will do their practicals, is where they will do their exercises in class. And that's where the teacher will also assess the children in class. So it's a good learning material for all schools, relevant, essential in all aspects for our students. And it's directly going to benefit, very good beneficiary for all our students. They will definitely like it. I'm sure it's a laudable, initiative from these people, the armed forces, and it's highly cherished by my department, my directorate here in Region 6.
As the head of the education in the region, what will be your advice?
My advice to the armed forces is, this is fantastic. The commanding officer, 3rd Infantry Battalion, Major General Jaju, Sajo, has already, Lieutenant Colonel Jaju has said it all. The armed forces are from the civil society. We are partners. We are one and the same. They have their children in our schools. And they went to school. That's why they become officers today. Without education, they would not have been better officers. So if they have that kindness and that gesture and contribution for education sector, is overwhelming for me. I am most pleased and pleasant. This is fantastic. A laudable initiative from the armed forces, and I hope this will not be the last. It is the beginning of it, and I hope many of this will come in the very near future.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother.